Well, hello and Lunar 2023. Well, Lunar by Blacksite Studios. My order has arrived from America in the wonders of Germany. I have paid my customs this morning and picked it up. So, I've opened the box. I haven't looked inside the box, I just literally opened the box. So, let's see what we got. So, first up, ooh, black paper, just a bit of packing. Right, we'll take away this. Dun, dun, dun. So, I've got here to begin with the wonders of, it's the Faction Expansive ISRO. And if I remember correctly, this is the Japanese. Is it the Japanese? No, it's Indians, sorry, the Indians. It's the Indians or the Japanese, it's probably the Indians. Because the Japanese got slightly more bulky suits from what I recall. So we'll have a look into that bag in a little bit. What else we got? We have, if I can get my fingers around it, we have the Faction Expansion JAXA. Now they're definitely Japanese. Look at those bulky suits. Something like that. Pretty cool. I look forward to looking at those in a minute. We have here a blister pack. I like the blister pack. Do you know what? I actually prefer, I love the silver sort of food bags. They're cool, but the blister bags I kind of prefer. This is Lunar Icons Volume 2. Really been looking forward to this one actually. Some cool little minis in there. Oh, they've got a picture on the back as well, even better. This, right guys, Blacksite Studio, silver packs, awesome, brilliant, gorgeous, love them. Blister pack, with a picture on the back, better. For me personally, better. And if I was a stockist in a shop, this would be better as well for sticking on a shelf for the customer. Because the little bags, I really like them, but it doesn't, if I say it feels cheap, that's wrong. It just feels unorthodox, I don't know, it just doesn't feel quite right. And it also doesn't feel like it's protecting the miniatures very well. But blister pack, we know where we are with blister packs. They're good, they're calm. I didn't think I prefer the blister pack, but I actually do. On first view, with the way they've been done, with the picture on the back, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, top nobbins, I like to say. Right, next up we have the Anakov Rover. Now I might do that in a separate video, this one, just because there's quite a lot to it. There's quite a lot in there. I might do the miniature separate, actually, thinking about it. We'll see. See how this video goes and how inspiration takes me. Again, picture on the back, brilliant, love it. Do you know what? That's perfect. Love it. Brilliant. Oh, the open plates there, and the casting looks absolutely brilliant for resin these days. Resin gets bad press from a few companies now, but I like resin if resin's done right. Resin done wrong is awful, resin done right is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, excellent. So, and then obviously we have the Lunar new box set. So this is the 2-player starter. So controversially, they reduced the amount of models in there, which is not a bad thing because you don't need as many models that came with originally anyway, and you were kind of paying a lot of money for it. So it's a lot better price point for the customer. It's a lot easier for the company to produce, to keep up with demand, so they're not always running out of stock. Oh, I've got a sight on there. I think I've got a spider on. I've got a spider on my arm. Can you see it? There's a spider. Get off my arm. Be free. Go chase a fly, a very, very small fly. Right, so yes. Contents, 100-page Lunar Core rulebook. I always count the pages, so on the last one, you were out. 3 USA astronauts, 3 USSR cosmonauts, 6 unit cards, 12 item cards, 2 hazard dice, 4 D6 dice, and a token sheet. Now, originally they were saying there was going to be some decals in there. doesn't look like the decals are in there. It doesn't mention bases, but I presume the bases are in there as well, because to be honest with you, Blacksite Studio are good guys. They look after the gamers. They've got the gamers' interests at heart, but obviously they're still trying to make a living like anybody else. So let's crack this one open. Let's get rid of the box. And voila. Okay, I've got my knife. Normally I have to walk off from a video and find a knife, but not this time. I'm actually getting organised slowly but surely. I was going to do this video originally with my son, but then I realised he's going to go, can I have that? Is that mine? Can I have, is that mine? Mine, I want that to be mine. And we end up in an argument and I end up crying. Okay, so, open the box. Cards, a card. It's thicker than the card you get in the back of a shirt, but not the thickest card in the world, so it'll protect. But I can honestly say that I probably won't be keeping the stuff in the box. I'll probably just put the book somewhere safe. So there's the book. Obviously you're thinking, I want to see the toys. We all want to see the toys, don't we? Oh, who have I got here? Packed by Brittany. Sorry, if the light keeps changing, it's because I'm filming this on my balcony. Right, I'm just going to take this away a second so I can... Let's take these away and store this into here. Look at that, trays so things don't go flying off everywhere like I normally do in my videos. And my tray's in completely the wrong position, so we were nearly professional, but not quite. Okay. Oh, decals, like I mentioned earlier. Look at that, the decals are in there. Oh yeah, hoorah. So we've got NASA and the Russian ones. And they've actually done some decals to go on the banners, the flags. Flags, banners, what would you call them? They're not even sticks with stuff on in space. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So really like that. I hope they do more decals in the future for the other forces. But it's not really that much of a problem because it did cost me an arm and a leg, but I did source some other decals for mine. But no, well happy with that. Awesome. Now we've got a little packet here. It's just the spinniness. Look at that, it's cute. It's a cute little blister pack with your models in. And I was told that they were one part, but look, the arms are separate. Ah, the arms are separate. That fills me with joy. Not because the arms are separate, it's just that they kind of, yeah, the arms are separate. I don't know. It just means if you've got two corsets for you and your mate, and he had the Russians and you had the Americans, then whatever side this one is, which is the Americans, you can actually get some of the weapons from the other bags that I've got over there, I pulled out earlier, and put some different weapons in. So you actually got a 6-man crew. And here we got some Russians here. I love this dude here. This is one of my, I'll go get a proper look at him later. He's actually just got resting on his driller with the drill bit in the ground. He's probably going to get a written warning. And this guy here got his arms separate again. So again, wouldn't take much to take those arms down and put some of your spare arms in from your other sets in there and get an extra model if you had 2 of these sets. So 2 sets, if you got you and your mate, 2 sets, one of you has the Ruskies, one of you has the Americanas, then yes, brilliant. You can actually make 6 crews and put a bit of variety in there. So I just thought they were going to be like just a solid one piece, but they're not. Awesome. Okay, so the bases, I said there would be bases, didn't I? Because Blacksite Studios are just awesome, and it would be daft not to. And these are the cards. Controversial? I don't know if it's controversial or not really. They went, originally the cards were in this sort of format. Portrait, not portrait. Landscape. And now they're in portrait. I don't know if either is better or worse really. Makes no difference to me.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. Well, World War 3 is happening in our sitting room, but hopefully we've calmed it down for a minute. So it says here, due to a misprint, the pistol card included in the codex are incorrect. Please use these replacement cards with the correct corrected piercing values in your games of Lunar instead. Well, that explains why there's this fin pack of 2 cards. And I had a look and I thought, why is there a fin pack of 2 cards? I just presumed it's where the item cards were. I had a look and it says pistol or marksman S11. There you are. So that's why I've got an extra packet of cards in there. Awesome. Job done. So we're going to look at first is... Should we look at the rulebook first? Or do we need to look at the... No, I don't really need to open the tokens if you look at the tokens, do I? Look, tokens. Everyone happy. You've got a movement tool. Yeah. If you got the original version, then you'll get a movement tool with that as well. So you now got 2 movement tools, which is brilliant because you and your mate can have one. I will do a video on how I've organised my stuff. So the rule book, I might do a video just on the rule book itself, flicking through it. That'll probably be the best idea rather than put it into this one. Otherwise, you're going to die of boredom. So, should we look at the models on this one? I think we'll look at the models of this kit, and then I'll do a separate video for later when the kids are in bed and I've got a bit more peace, and we can have a proper look at the cards and whatnot for the Japanese and the Indians. So here we go, the models. So first up, I've got this dude here. That's a really good card. To be fair, that's a good card, and considering they've been churning these days out like a bat out of hell for the last few weeks to try and get ready for all the pre-orders, and also probably for stocks. So that is a bit of a colour. Yeah. So these are the Americans. No, sorry, these are the Russians. So they've got wiggly bits on top. They're American. They've also got lots of other little detail changes. Oh, look! Oh! Tactical rock. Now, tactical rock, but it's on the moon, so you ain't going to get much else apart from tactical rocks, really. So it makes sense. Also, does make gluing it to your base a lot easier, I feel. So this dude here, we're going to just try and hold him up to the camera. He is where we're going to carrying a... He looks like he's going to be carrying the shotgun. Look at that. Sorry, I just probably just sticking my hands. I've been painting lots of orcs, and they make your hands go orky. So this dude's got a shotgun of some sort. Pretty cool. If I get the weapon names wrong, that's just the way it is. And this one here is it's a finger pointing. Oh, he's smoking a cigar. Doubt it's smoking a cigar because, well, I generally smoke a cigar where there's an atmosphere. So there he is, pointing, holding his thing. So that's pretty cool. I like him. That's a cool Russian. And then this one here, with his 2 bits, has got the thing for holding his. So he's got his sandwich box, so he can go for a picnic. That's pretty cool. And he's got a hammer. So anything like the sandwiches my mum makes, you're going to need a hammer. Okay, I'm going to put them over there rather than try on camera fit them back in a small cute little box. Back to cute little box number 2. I do apologise for the background noise, that's my daughter trying to get my attention. Right, so these are the Americans. Really like these actually. What they've done is because they've gone for this sort of system of posing, they've kind of got a nicer feel, I would say, to the normal guys. So I'm just sort of saying, oh, this is one, right? Okay, so this is your drill. So that's gonna, it already fits quite nicely. There's no needing to heat it or anything like that. So if you do get these and they don't fit, which I don't think is going to be even an issue, just stick them in a bit of hot water, and it makes them quite bendy, and you can get them in a position. Put in cold water, and voila! Awesome. I'm looking forward to building these later. So what I might do is when I do the book review is I'll get these built so I can show you them is part of the book review. So this guy here, he's got a pistol, looks like. Yeah, so this one here has a pistol. Pew pew, pew 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 pew. Look at that. So you'll generally find in Lunar when you're playing, not everybody is armed to the teeth. I'd actually say that these are slightly overarmed. This is a hammer. To be honest with you, a hammer is really good. Uses a weapon, helps with the mining. Really like the hammer. So yeah, I'll show you the back of the box again so you can have a look at the back. So I like the hammer. The drilling tool just pretty much guarantees you drill, unless you roll a 1 or something. But yeah, pretty much guarantees drilling. So if you want that, that's pretty good. It's pretty nasty as a weapon as well, the driller, as you could expect. The idea of Lunar is you go around collecting resources, or you're actually, and you've got an enemy side that are trying to do the same. And you could literally just ignore each other and go around trying to get resources. But at some point, someone's going to turn nasty and they're going to hit you. Or in most of our games, from turn 1, someone's just going to try and hit you. And the idea is obviously use range weapons and whatnot. You can throw stuff. You could even, if you wanted to, throw. So if your gun runs out of bullets, because you've got like an ammo count, like usually like 2 or 3, you can literally throw your gun at the opponent. It probably won't be that successful, but it's quite funny. You can throw the resources you pick up, which are generally rocks or briefcases of equipment or whatever. You can literally throw those as well if you want. So if you carry them around, you could carry it and then just throw it rather than just carry it everywhere. Thinking about it now, just saying all this, that might be a really good tactic, is to actually turn your man around and just throw your case or your stuff as far back as possible and get somebody else in the rear to pick it up and take it to your deployment zone. I'm going to have to try that in a game. The game's a lot of fun. So you don't really kill people as such. What you do is you're using up oxygen and stuff like that, and you're trying to tear their suits. And then when you tear their suits, of course, what happens is then there's no atmosphere. Your suit lets out air, and you guys die, effectively, or expire. So yeah, the guys expire. It's just a really good fun game. It's got a little bit of moon mechanics in there. It's not super detailed. It is like me can play it. It's quite friendly for other people to learn to play. Easy to introduce to a club. It's played on a 2 foot by 2 foot area generally. There's one mission which is on a 4 foot by 4 foot area, which is a 4-player game, and you're using vehicles to scoot around. But generally, it's always 2 foot by 2 foot area, no matter what. So yeah, and then you've got RS1. Is it called RS1? I think it's called RS1. If I got it wrong, please let me know in the comments. I got it wrong. By all means, just please tell me what I get wrong, and I'll try and correct it. So yeah, RS1, you kind of introduce things like fighting in a space station, fighting inside like a moon base. It introduces vehicles. One of the other great things that Blacksite Studios also does is that if you order a vehicle kit off them online, in fact, I don't know if it's got some on here, but anyway, if you order a vehicle kit off them online, then they send you a PDF of the vehicle rules. So you haven't got to buy the expansion book to use the vehicles. Just buy a vehicle off theirs. And then the vehicle will come with a card to use the vehicle and a PDF of the rules to use the vehicle. There is no PDF of RS1. I'm calling it RS1. It's like a resource. It's like a basic movie. It's the first expansion for the game, and that first expansion for the game, which is probably about a year old now, maybe not quite a year old, but that works with this. So there's no issues with addition stuff like that going on. This, although it's not second edition. It's not even a 0.5 edition. It's kind of an edition where they kind of got rid of the 2 typos, changed the art around a little bit, put a few extra little rules in there that you can use, but they haven't really taken anything away or changed the mechanics. What's it? Mechanics a real word? Maybe in the 40k realm, but not in reality. They haven't changed the mechanics in any fundamental ways that change anything or any cards that they previously produced or done. So it's an absolutely safe system as well. And from what I've read, and I'm going to probably misquote this, but Blacksite have said that they don't plan to ever drop any of their games. So whenever you buy a game of them, it's not going to become in 6 years' time, or well, let's say in 3 years' time, defunct and not supported. They plan to support all their games going forward, obviously as long as they feasibly can. It makes sense. But if a game is really struggling and it isn't picking up or it isn't selling or something's just not quite right with it, then they'll probably do a new edition of it. So at least your models aren't useless. No, they haven't had to do this. They haven't even had to do this version of Lunar. They just kind of just gone. Again, I might be misquoting here, but they kind of gone. Well, look, as a company, we've grown since we made the first Lunar. We can do all this now. So why don't we just relaunch Lunar in a way that we can actually get the production up, the price down, and the quality up, but not change anything for people in a way that affects the game, because the game is just such a beautiful game. It is a beautiful game. There are a few games that I call beautiful. Lunar's one of them. There are others that I'll go into in other videos. And I say a beautiful game. A beautiful game is a game where the tactics are so wide and so varied. The creation of a force for it is so easy and so elegant, and where playing it is just a joy, both mentally, oh, my brain, mentally and physically, just pushing the models around. So yeah, that's what a beautiful game is, and this is one of those games where I say it's a beautiful game. Now I'm going to go and build the models from this set. I'm probably going to build all these as well, because you just don't want to see piles of bits and a man putting bits together with a bit of glue, because other channels are for that. So the plan is get this built, get them undercoated white, and we'll go from there. Alright, well thank you for watching this. Any questions, please feel free to ask, and what I can do is either answer you in the comments, or we can do another video answering all your questions. Thank you very much.